So you grew up in Nyeri, like,
Born and bred.
and up until you're coming here for uni.
No, high school I came to Kiambu
Sorry.
High,
Okay.
but generally born, bred, Nyeri.
Yeah.
So I'm, like when you talk about rural to urban migrators,
Yeah.
that's us.
Yeah.
The ones we are the Mexicans you should build a border for.
Yeah.
We came to take your jobs. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when do you actually start making money for yourself?
So I think campus, I used to like poetry a lot. So I write a lot of poetry. Because when in school, when guys were writing mail,
Yeah.
there was a guy for calligraphy, there was a guy for... My handwriting was bad. So
Yeah.
when I'm writing, I'd be the one who would tell guys what to write.
Yeah.
But I couldn't write it myself.
Right.
So I could just, like, somebody's writing, and I'm just going across the room. Tell her her eyes are like... No, scratch that. Tell her eyes are like... So I found... I got spoken word. I got into a bit of spoken word. So I could attend some of the gigs. I really used to enjoy it. And then I decided, you know what, let me get into... Can I share some of my poems as well? And then as I started getting better, some gigs would get paid like 300 bob. So like, I really saw there was 200 bob. So there's some weekends you'd get 1,000 bob. So now, and that was a lot of money because that was double my pocket money because of just being good at writing. Yeah. So then my money was going where to play FIFA.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't. I didn't enjoy. I didn't go out. So it was like I had a very basic ass life when I was in camp. So the first time I think I make money is from
the spoken word and the
from
poetry.
spoken word,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Then another time is when we went for judicial attachment. It was a time when there was a purge in the judiciary. So judges were now going to be told you, like, cases are... So we found a justice, the High Court judge in Nyeri. He told us he's going to give us something small if we go and summarize all his cases. Like a bunch of files. So like we spent like 3 weeks, and then like just cases, and then like what the case was about, who are the parties, and the reasoning and the decision. So like every file hapo juu, yani akienda kuuliza maswali na J whatever RC,
Yeah.
he kind of has a clue on what to say.
Yeah.
So he told us, don't worry, he'll sort us a good one.
Yeah.
We started making. We were making like. We were thinking, oh my God, and then I'm going to go probably, and then I'm going to buy this new suit when I go back to school. I'm going to be looking good.
Right.
So finally, when the day came, so
you guys did all of the work.
Yes.
And finished.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did all the work. Like for 2 weeks after judicial attachment, we went ahead and we did so much work for him. So finally, we get to the place. He comes, he says, guys, thank you very much. You've done a beautiful work. So that he reaches into his pocket. So all of us are... we were like, how many guys? We were like 3 guys.
Yeah.
Or 4. Then he takes out 5,000 shillings. Not even each. He plays with them, like... Now we can't talk because he's a high court judge.
Yeah.
Like, okay, thank you, sir. Then he says, you guys are going to be great lawyers. See you in the future. Then he leaves. I'm telling you, we just waited for him to tap. Isn't it? 2 weeks man said nimefanya kazi yangu hapa, and then there were also guys who were me. At least it was good for me because the judicial attachment I chose was at Nyeri High Court.
Right.
So it was easy for me to just come from my folks' house
and do the work.
So the guys who had looked for a place to live
to be able to get this work done.
And then they were getting 1,000 bob for that week's work.
Oh my god.
It was a lot of work. So we were like,
It's problems.
Yeah, so I think that was the first time now I think I made law money.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And so after you finish law school, do you go to KSL?
No, I don't go to KSL.
What
happens is there was something, we used to do something called project work.
Yeah.
So you write a thesis.
Yeah.
And then you share. And then there was a soft copy and a hard copy.
Yeah.
So you used to burn the soft copy on a CD then. I don't know if the Gen Z know what burning on a CD means. And then you would then have the hard copy as well.
Yeah.
So they can check if there's plagiarism and all that.
Yeah.
Right? So now we send it in, and then we are waiting for as way to graduate. So suddenly one of my lecturer calls. She's like, hey, am I talking to Anthony? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, so your soft copy is blank. It's not working. I'm like, oh, I'm really sorry. Let me just bring a copy. And then she's like, no, listen. If either you come with your laptop, and if it works on your laptop, it's fine. Or if not, I'll just assume you've plagiarized your whole thesis.
Paper, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not doing that. And it was just because some guy in a cyber cafe didn't burn it properly when I turned it in. You see? So I tried haggling. She said no. So I didn't graduate with my people when I should have graduated because of that. You know. And then there was a tinge of racism. She was like,
So she said she was gonna fail you essentially.
yeah, she failed me. Like she was Eastern European-ish. But then she was like, yeah, I'm only taking what you submitted on the date of. I'm not taking anything that will count as a late submission.
Yeah.
And I'm like, like what? It was so confusing for me. I begged. She said no. So that time my dad had saved up my dad was not in a good place because my mom was really sick.
Yeah.
So my dad had sold his car so I could go to KSL. You see? So now I'm told, Checky, bro, you can't go. So my dad's like, so yes, he could spend the money with other things. He also has other children.
Yeah.
So now he then, so now I'm waiting for that year outside.
Yeah.
And I'm not even like waiting for anything. I'm just waiting to resubmit the same
thesis.
the same thesis, you know. So now, at that time, I met this guy who I hear now this NGO was like a faith-based NGO was looking for interns, right? A legal intern. So then they had a program, an internship program they had, and then I was like, let me apply. So there's someone who knew me from before that was like, yeah, I think you're kind of sharp around this thing, so let me push your name forward there. So we go. I do the interview. At the same time, there was something used to call Fatimas Voice. Fatimas Voice was like a poetry thing that was happening, and they wanted a host. So now we went through all those things, and then so I was applying for the host job at Fatimas Voice, and also this faith-based NGO needed someone to help an internship program. So I got Fatimas Voice didn't happen. And then, like, I was praying to God, please, let me fail the interview at the faith-based NGO. Please let me fail the interview. But then I got it.
Why didn't you want to go? Why were you praying to fail?
No, I didn't, like, it looked boring from the outside. Like, I wanted, like, Fatima's Voice looked like a really interesting thing to do at that time. So what happened was I got the internship job. So now I'm getting a job as an intern, right?
Yeah.
So they were paying interns like 20 G's a month. So that was a lot of money. I never touched that money in my time. Yeah. So I was like, hey, this is at first I didn't like it, but when I got inside there was also a lot of traveling up and down across the country. And we are going. That's the first time we Lipanda Dege. Like, okay, maybe this job is not too bad. I started enjoying the job. I remember telling, because my first salary ever. I bought mangoes with my first salary.
Mangoes.
Yeah.
So like this first 20 G's you've been given.
Yes. Okay, not all of it.
You bought mangoes worth 20 G's.
like let's say like 2 G's worth of mangoes. Because when I was growing up, my mom always made us share the big mangoes.
Yeah.
You see, she was like, hey, you have to share. So I always used to tell my mom, nikipata kazi.
My own mangoes.
Nanunua maembe zangu na kuna mtu ananiomba. And true to form, nilienda.
Yeah.
Pale Yaya, there was a lady who was selling mangoes there.
Yeah.
So I don't know, 25 bob, so hizi zote ni pesa ngapi? Funga kazi. My small cabinet sitter ilikuwa inaduka kama I smelled like mangoes. Even my damu I thought I was smelling like mangoes for a whole time. But then I think so that was the first. So now this is how I end up not even going to KSL.
Yeah.
So a year passes.
You resubmit your...
I resubmit my... Yeah. So the guy I resubmit to is a new lecturer.
Yeah.
After a while I call him, I'm like, hey, you've not given me any feedback about it. He's like, no, because it's a good one. You got an A. He offered me a job because of the thesis. Right? I think it was called Wambua Kituku. So, but then surprisingly, where he offered me a job was the same building where I was working. So like I'm working upstairs.
Yeah.
Then Chini
is...
But then his was not as stable. It was like a one time. So like, okay. But I was happy. It was very vindicating doing that. I'm not dumb.
Yeah.
So now I graduate. So I think that time hata pia Kibuja pia alikuwa na shida za hizo time. So we graduate the same time with him.
Okay.
When we graduate, I'm excited. So then I tell my dad, now I want to apply for KSL. And then he tells me, hey, bro, sinado.
It's gone.
Sinado, yeah. But now at the same time, for me to call him, what had happened was, at the internship job, someone was leaving. The guy I was working under was leaving.
Yeah.
The program officer was leaving. And so they were saying, can we offer you
The position.
Yeah, I was reluctant to even do the interview.
Or because you knew
I
that
was going to
KSL was supposed to come.
Yeah. So like, I was like, I'm not sure because I'm planning on going to KSL. So now but I still did the interview not to make my senior boss mad.
Right.
So I did the interview. It was really fun, and it was okay. The interview was not fun, but I was not as serious as I should have been because I remember when they asked me after the interview, they were like, "So what? Why should we give you this job?"
Yeah.
I told them, "If you give me this job, because I'd held over for that person who had left for a while.
Yeah.
I told, if you give me this job, nothing changes. Like, it will be like this interview process never happened. I just go back, I continue doing what I was doing, and life continues. There'll be no training, there'll be no anything. It will be like a smooth sailing."
Yeah.
And they laughed. They're like, "Who is this person?" But then anyway, they went on. I was like, but then, so I called my dad. So I tell my dad, I've been offered a job, but I don't know if I want to take it because, KSL.
Yeah.
My dad is like, I think you should take the job. I'm like, so, what do you mean?
I take the job.
But what do you mean? I'm just saying, maybe you should take the job.
Yeah.
I was like, so why? Why? Have you ever seen that meme?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but I don't have the cash.
I don't have the cash
to
anymore. Yeah.
Your sister is about to start campus and
Yeah.
And when you're the first one, you kind of take some L's and some hits.
Yeah.
So you're just like, okay, you know what? Let me take this.
Yeah.